Ooh, baby, you're something else. Right on. This is Clay Nelson and Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour, and we're talking about mental calisthenics. It's an extension of last week's show of physical calisthenics, and it's all about how we need to have our mind in place so we have the want to go get physically in shape. Now,
Clay, I have to interrupt you here because this email is just great here. And, ooh, there's another call coming in, too.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and grab that real quick
Sure,
here.
go ahead.
There we go. But wanted to have you answer this. It says, I'm a card-carrying member of the Clean Plate Club. What are your tips for getting over this lifelong habit? I love that email.
Okay, well, what he's saying is that he's been told all his life, or she's been told all her life, that you have to clean your plate. And if that's where you're coming from, and by the way, I come from that club, if that's where you're coming from, then what you've got to do is make sure that you don't put so much on your plate that you have to eat more than your body can handle to clean it. So it's all about being smart. It's all about having a say in how your life turns out. It's all about doing what you got to do and being smart about what you put on your plate if you're going to clean your plate. I mean, that's a very good question,
I want the membership card. That's
Yeah,
kind of
totally.
I like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
Susan, you got another one?
Yes, it's where was it? Oh, yes. It's from Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah says, the problem my daughter has is at the opposite end of the spectrum from what you were talking about.
Yeah.
She is seemingly obsessed with exercise and being healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible to be too into healthy living? How much is too much?
Well, how much is too much is where you give up balance with family, give up balance with friends. If you're all about, being afraid, where your mind takes you to a different place, where you're afraid that you're going to be out of shape, or you're afraid you're not going to be perfect, or you're afraid that you might have just a little too much body fat on you, or that you may lose a race or not be good enough someplace or whatever, where you're driven into a domain of singularity where all you do is exercise. Obviously, that's not healthy.
No.
All right? So it's all about having fun, staying balanced. I mean, what a concept, huh? All right, now, before we went on the break last time, I was talking about mental calisthenics number 2, and it was all about, using the clearing tools. How do we keep our mind clear enough so that we can actually choose to have our life be the way we want it to be? That is healthy and in good shape, all right? Being fully communicated, eating the right things, exercising the right amount, having great times, and actually even having time in a very healthy way to do nothing. Now, I'm going to read you a document that I've had for years. It's called My Trouble Tree. And it goes like this. It says, the carpenter I hired to help me restore an old farmhouse had just finished a rough first day on the job. A flat tire made him lose an hour of work. His electric saw quit, and now his ancient pickup truck refused to start. Boy, have I been there. While I drove him home, he sat in stony silence. On arriving, he invited me in to meet his family. As we walked towards the front door, he paused briefly at a small tree, touching the tips of the branches with both hands. When opening the door, he underwent an amazing transformation. His tanned face smiled, and he hugged his 2 children and gave his wife a kiss. Afterward, he walked me to the car, and we passed the tree, and that little tree that he touched on the way in, and my curiosity got the better of me. So I asked him about what I had seen him do earlier. Oh, that's my trouble tree, he replied. I know I can't help having troubles on the job, but one thing is for sure, absolutely for sure, is that they don't belong in the house with my wife and children. So I just hang them up on the tree every night when I come home, and then in the morning I pick them up again. Then he said, funny thing is, he smiled, he says, when I come out in the morning to pick them up, there isn't nearly as many as I remember hanging them up the night before. So it's all about surrendering and just let things go through you instead of trying to force things to stay.
So,
Think about
Clay, that call that we got, the very, very shy person, wanted to know about what CD sets you might have available, if you have anything new, and if there's a phone number they can get them at.
Wow, yeah, you can go, well, thank you. You can go to 805-682-8712 or go to my website at claynelsonlifebalance.com. And I have 3 brand new series of sets out, CD set series out. One is the Getting Started series, and it's all about today's conversation. It's all about creating your purpose, getting over fear, and getting committed to have the life you say you want. All right? And then the second one is the Taking Care of Me series, life balance, personal planning, and accountability. That's another part of today's show. And then the Building Your Future series. I mean, why do all this if you don't have a place to get to? Duh! So building, becoming a better leader, team building, and what is beyond having everything you want? What's beyond losing the weight you want? Wow, dancing in the world is what's beyond. So yeah, I have a CD series of an answer just about everything you could ever want. So go to, or either call 682-805-682-8712 or go to my website at claynelsonlifebalance.com, and you can order them there, or you can talk to me and we'll get it all worked out. So now, in conclusion, healthy living in its entirety relies on a successful marriage between your physical and your mental fitness. They go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. You can't be physically healthy without being mentally healthy, all right? The happier you are, the more fulfilled you are, the better you will feel physically. The healthier your body is, the better you'll be able to handle stress and the demands that face you in your life. And in order to live a healthier and balanced life, you need them both. You can't have one without the other. So my challenge to you this week is to take you on entirely, not just for not to have a 2-pack ab, all right, but to turn your life into a 6-pack by ditching the potato chips. I mean, what do you think about that?
I like it. Ditch the chips.
Ditch the chips, right. In order to take on a healthy lifestyle, you have to take on not just what you eat or when you eat it or how you choose to burn calories, but you have to take on yourself and look inside who you are, who you want to be. Get committed and accept nothing but what is best for you in all domains. All right? For decades, all kinds of things have been done. So now, you've been listening to Clay Nelson and Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour, and thank you very much for listening today. Join us every Wednesday from 2 to 3 p.m. and 10 to 11 p.m., and then on Sundays from 12 to 1. I am Clay Nelson. This is the Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour on KZSB AM 1290 in Santa Barbara.
Street at sunrise one morning in London, England. And there was a very large